So hi, welcome back. This is my weekly shop today. So if you looked on my other video yesterday, I did a monthly top up at Costco of all the items that I get from there to save money in bulk. And I also get, I mentioned before, I also get quite a few things from my husband's work. So he works for a food wholesaler. So we'll get our cheese. I get my frozen berries from there because they're so much cheaper than the supermarkets. They're like a third of the price because I have berries in with natural Greek yogurt. And what else do we get from there? When they've got special offers on, we'll get like a box of crisps and chocolate, that sort of thing, just snacks for lunches. Desserts from there. Quite often they'll sell off desserts if they're close to their sell by date or just gone past their sell by date. We'll stock up on those. So I tend not to have to get those in my weekly shop. So yeah, ordinarily, if I was just doing a shop, if I was just going to Lidl to buy everything, I'd also need coffee and berries and cheese and things like that. So this does exclude those items because I'm fortunate enough to be able to get them somewhere else a bit cheaper, which always helps. So today I've been to Lidl and just a little bit of a top up at Tesco for the things I couldn't get from Lidl. So Lidl, I bought these eggs. Now I do normally get eggs from my husband's work, but I've got to be honest with you, they really don't have very much flavour. They're a good price. Their free range eggs are a good price, but they just don't taste really of anything. So I thought I'll give these a go from Lidl. They're a little bit more expensive, but then I'd rather pay that and actually enjoy the food that I'm eating because I have an egg for breakfast every morning with some Greek yogurt. So also from Lidl, I got some conference pears, not the cheapest pack, not the sort of multi-pack, but I do prefer these ones. They do tend to be a little bit nicer. So again, I'd rather spend a few more pennies and get something that I'm going to enjoy. Similarly for apples, not the cheapest. Mini sweet peelers, my son has those in lunch boxes, so that's a bag that will last us a week. I've got these cocktail tomatoes. They looked really nice in Lidl today, so I thought I'd give those a go. I always get peppers every week, and I also had a coupon for money off a free item of vegetables, this week. So got those free, so that's a win-win situation. 3 cucumbers. If you watched my videos before, you'll know that my son really loves snacking on cucumbers. Sorry, I've always got the washing machine on in the background. I mean, I've always got the washing machine on, so yeah, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Got some halloumi, which I'll fry or put in the air fryer, go on salads. Mozzarella, I think I'm going to make some homemade pizzas this week. I stocked up on La Rule at Tesco. Normally I get a couple of packs just to go with my salads, but it was on offer $1.25, which is a really, really good price. So I bought 3 of those this week. Got Philadelphia cream cheese for my son's sandwiches from Lidl. I think it was about £1.70 something, which I thought was an okay price because he prefers Philadelphia to the cheaper versions. So I thought, yeah, it's not too expensive. Then I went into Tesco and saw they got it on offer for $1.25. So you win some, you lose some. Sour cream, we use that in with chilies. I'll do some vegetable bean chili and some tortilla chips, and we'll have that as like a dip. Petit pois, always buy loads of petit pois and peas because if you saw my Costco haul, you'll see I bought loads of new potatoes, veggie sausages, some veggie like mock chicken wing things. So I always think, I've got those, got a meal, quick, reasonably healthy meal. I know the sausages and the chicken things are processed, so it's perfectly imperfect. Some little yogurts for my son to go with his breakfast. And some yogurts for my husband. I haven't quite got him onto Greek yogurts yet, not proper Greek yogurt. I'm trying, but he really loves these ones, and I know salted caramel, and this is more like a dessert. It's got sugar and all sorts of additives, but he used to eat loads and loads of cake and sweet treats, so I think that's a compromise, so I'm happy with that. Whole milk. As I explained before, we've recently gone on to whole milk. Noticed as well that we get through less milk now we're using whole milk. make of that what you will, probably because it's just that bit richer. Couple of things that were on offer in Tesco today that weren't necessarily on my list, but picnic eggs, corn picnic eggs, my son loves those, just a pound. So, and similarly, same for cocktail sausages, just a pound this week. So snacks. Got the usual, the vegan ham slices for my husband's sandwiches, and they had an offer on which was 3 for 2 on certain items. So I also got some vegan sausage rolls and some of the vegan pork pies. I don't eat these often, but I do occasionally like them as a little bit of a treat and a snack. So yeah, my husband will eat those as well. They'll probably be gone in a couple of days if I'm being honest. But yeah, 3 for 2, I thought, why not? Pancakes for my son's breakfast. As you probably know, he has those with peanut butter and a yoghurt, so stocked up on those. Some garlic puree, being really lazy. No, it's the most expensive way of buying it, but when I'm in a hurry, it's just so easy and doesn't go off. Bread, usual cheap bog standard white loaf for my son, and a malted bloomer for my husband. My son has started drinking cups of tea, strangely. So I've just restocked on tea bags for him. We had some tea bags in the cupboard, and they've been there for a long, long time, from before when my daughter went to uni, because she was the tea drinker in the house. And some lavender essential oil had obviously spilt in the cupboard. I mean, don't get me wrong, it smelled wonderful when you open the cupboard door, but apparently the tea bags also had a hint of lavender to them, which I'm told was not unpleasant, but certainly they weren't supposed to taste like that. So, bag of salt and vinegar peanuts for the weekend for a treat. I absolutely love these. My mouth's watering just mentioning the salt and vinegar. So they're for me and my husband. Got some more multi-grain crackers. I do have a stock of like artisan crackers that my husband got from work. They were on special offer. I think we paid something ridiculous like £2 for a box of 20 individual little packets, and we've been eating those, but I really like these, and I like them to have them with just a bit of cheese and a salad and things. So I did buy some, so I don't technically need them. Squash for the week. As you know probably from before, we get through loads and loads of squash, so my son will drink that, my husband will drink the orange juice. They didn't have any of the bigger ones of orange in Lidl this morning, or rather they did, but they were under about 3 crates, and I tried to lift them up and couldn't. So fruit and barley for my husband this week. Bottle of wine from Lidl as a treat for the weekend, just tied that behind there. It's not exactly an essential, is it? But there you go. Green lentils and beans. Use those to make the veggie chilli. Really nice cheap meal. Couple of tins of tinned tomatoes with onion, chilli, a little bit of paprika. Really substantial, filling, tasty meal. And then when I was in Tesco, I saw this. This is reduced, it's paper chase, and even the pen's really good quality. Reduced to £1.80, couldn't resist it, needed a pad just to make myself more accountable with my food shop. So we set a budget, and then I just go and spend and don't really keep track of it. So what I've done is I've written in here what food I bought this week and what we spent so far, so we can just total up the budget and just make me a little bit more accountable. So if we're sort of ploughing through the budget as the month goes on, I can hopefully pull it back a bit and buy only stuff we need rather than stocking up, which isn't always necessary. So using my little book where I've written it down, if I can open it, one-handed, left-handed. So we've spent on the Tesco bits and bobs just under £20. And that included this notebook, so really about £19. And Lidl, I spent just under £47. So I'm quite pleased with that. Your money doesn't go very far these days, but I made it stretch as far as I could. So thanks for bearing with me, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.